Welcome to Sunday Afternoon Porch Sitting, where laid-back conversations come to life. I'm Will.
And I'm Ryan, and we're inviting you to join us as we unwind and explore the essence of life in each episode.
Boo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Hey, Ryan, what's going on?
What are you doing, Ryan? What are you?
I was like, I need to come up with some kind of thing instead of saying, what's up,
That sounds
Ryan?
like very last minute, made up on the spot.
That's what happens when I improv.
That's kind of the way we handle things on the porch.
Yeah, it's a little scary sometimes. It's a little bit of like,
A
what?
little scary?
Yeah, it's a lot
Or
scary.
a little scary.
Well, it's getting scarier because it's
Spooky season.
Yeah, it's getting to spooky season. We're past July 4th. Nobody thinks about what Labor Day is, and it's straight on. Well, we don't talk about that one day in October anymore, and now it's straight on to Halloween.
Yeah. I think the Halloween stuff's kind of been out, though, since like mid-March.
Do you have your Christmas decorations yet? Because if you don't, you need to start shopping now.
Yeah.
Because you won't get them by the time Halloween's
Well, I
over.
think Hobby Lobby started putting out Christmas decorations in January.
Yeah, I mean Lowe's.
Matter of fact, they never.
I'm pretty sure July 5th they had Halloween stuff out.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and so there was one year. Okay, we moved into our house, whatever, and we're like excited, so we're gonna buy Christmas decorations. Mm-hmm. So we waited until I think it was Thanksgiving or Halloween. Pretty sure it's Thanksgiving to go shop for them. Too late. Like all the good stuff's already taken, sold out. Don't have it.
That's
Not gonna be
unfortunate.
good. Yeah,
I like waiting till it's over with the day after and go getting everything half off.
yeah. The candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's.
Like the pumpkins or just like
Everything.
everything?
I'm a Reese's dude.
Okay.
I don't care what shape they're in, just as long as they're Reese's.
I prefer them not to be cups.
You don't like the cups?
I don't. The crown on the outside, you know, or the ridges, whatever. I don't like. They're too hard.
That's unfortunate.
Like they taste too much like a chocolate bar. There,
Yeah.
if they could use about 70% less chocolate,
And
I'd
about
be happier.
80% more cocoa butter or something.
No, peanut butter. Because I mean,
I know coconut's your favorite food.
no, it's not.
Yes,
I hate
it is.
Okay, I love the flavor, but I hate the
No, I
texture.
hate the flavor and the texture.
Oh, you don't like it?
I hate coconut.
No. If you're like, here's a
And
coconut
mangoes.
snow cone, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all about that.
thanks.
But if they said, here's a coconut pie, I'm like, nope.
What's your favorite snow cone?
Oof. I don't. Okay, it has to be shaved ice. That's my
Okay.
favorite.
But what's your favorite flavor?
Probably like Dreamsicle.
Okay.
I don't really know what flavor. I think that's like a cream soda flavor or orange creamsicle or something.
This is an unpopular opinion, but my
Yeah.
favorite is I love artificial grape flavoring. I've always been a grape dude.
Great.
Or blue raspberry. I like blue raspberry.
Yeah. Okay. Are there
Do you like
are there blue raspberries in the world?
I don't know.
I think they're just red and they dye them blue,
Maybe.
like the flavor.
Do you get creamer now?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to work on our uhs and ums today.
Why do you say that?
Because I spent so much time editing the other day, I was like, oh my gosh.
So if you really liked or really didn't like last week's episode, the editing of it, you can thank Ryan.
Email us at sapspodcast@gmail.com.
You,
You've already gotten feedback on last week's episode, though.
I have, and we'll get to that in a second. But I
I think
just
it was
want to.
pretty good.
It was. I want to say this though.
Say what?
You called me or texted me, and you said, or I was asking you if you had it done yet, and you said, "Do you realize how much we say?"
It's a lot.
It's almost like our first episode where
Yeah.
we realized we smacked before we talked. Yeah.
Like that.
No, that was too intentional. It was more like that.
But we keep trying to seek feedback on all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it, and we try to stop doing that stuff, even when it's us doing it. But yeah, I had a coworker that listens and said that he really enjoyed the last episode. Thought Nick was a really great guest, and even gave the comment that he likes when you laugh because he said it's kind of infectious. And we're gonna have him on the podcast. It just didn't work out with the timing this weekend, but maybe next weekend we'll try to have him on, but it'll be difficult. He may be live in the studio because you won't be. Where are you going to be?
Man, I'm going to Universal Studios for my birthday.
Universal Studios.
Halloween Horror Nights. Speaking of spooky season.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I did it last year.
Yeah. It's not just at night that they're spooky. They're spooky during the day.
Okay,
too?
so no, absolutely not. So what they do, it's really
I
cool.
thought they did like a gate opening thing.
They do at,
Okay.
at 5:45 or 6 o'clock.
Eastern time?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you go to the park, you can do what's called a Scream Early ticket.
Yeah.
And the Scream Early ticket will let you get into the park at 3 o'clock. But you have to have a Haunted Horror Nights Scream Pass or whatever, okay? The ticket for the park that night. The gate opening happens at like 6 o'clock. And if you do the Scream Early Pass, they shut down the park and the guards go around and they'll start shuttling people out towards the front gate at about 5 o'clock. And as they shuttle people through the park, it's really systematic, and you can stand there and watch them like do that. And it was so cool because you start seeing people file out. And as they file out, they take the people that have the Haunted Horror Nights tickets and you get in a line, okay? And they've got these queues that they've set up to where you can go get in a line for a haunted house that you want to go see, okay? This year they've got Insidious, they've got A Quiet Place as one of their haunted houses, they've got the Ghostbusters haunted house, they've got a Candy Cane Lane type thing. There's a bunch of cool ones.
Okay, hold on. So do they shut down the park? Like they kick everybody out?
They shut down the park and do a complete park reset, and then they turn it
and they do
haunted
it,
house.
They do it every night.
They do it every night.
So
yes. So it closes at 5.
Is it on the studio, not the Islands of Adventure side?
It is not on Islands of Adventure. It's on the Universal Studio side.
Okay, so do they have any rides that go on?
They turned some pretty cool lights on, and if I'm not mistaken, last year they had the Rock and Roller Coaster open. They had
No, that's Disney.
There's that roller coaster.
Yeah,
not
but
the
it's
Rock
not
and Roller
Rock and Roller
Coaster.
Coaster.
You know what I'm talking about.
That red one?
Yeah, it's the one that plays the music. Rock
I've
music.
never ridden it.
It's pretty cool. And then Hogwarts, the
Diagon Alley?
Gringotts Bank one is open. I think the Hogwarts one in the back of the park is open. They've got a few other ones that are open, but they shut down most of them. And the food changes. So they've got these themed Halloween Horror Nights food carts that are open. And they've got scare zones. And so they put all these different props out in different parts of the streets. And they're themed. Last year, one of them was like a hippie wood. What was it? What was that called?
A hippie wood?
No, the Woodstock. It was a Woodstock themed type thing, and vampires were going around killing people, and that was pretty cool. There was another one,
Spreading love the hippie way.
And they had a couple of those Volkswagen vans out in the middle of the road that had been crashed. I mean, it was pretty cool. So they do these different scare zones, and when you go in early, you get in line for one of the shows. My favorite part was when you get in line for the haunted house, you don't have to use the express pass when you get in that line. So you can actually essentially go in and hit one of the main haunted houses. Like this year, it's going to be Insidious, A Quiet Place, are probably going to be the two most
when you say
visited ones.
A haunted house, do they like change one of their buildings into a haunted house?
Yeah, so they've got those. Have you ever been to Universal Studios?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been like 3 times.
Okay, so when you go into the parks, you don't see the studios that they have there. They actually have studios that exist there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the old Nickelodeon studios.
Yes,
and, stuff,
and they're all in the back lots, and you don't see them from the park, so you can't really see anything. And so what they do is they retrofit all those old studios out with haunted houses, essentially, and they're massive, and they do all of these kind of special effects and build them out. Like last year, my favorite one was the what was it? Chucky. The Chucky one was really good, and then they did one. What was The Last of Us? That one was really good. And
so they have like actors and stuff, like a real haunted house type thing.
They are decked out with costumes and makeup.
It's really good though.
It is legit.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be something I'm going to do for my birthday every year.
Do they have a haunted house for that show that's on Netflix? The British version is called. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Stranger Things was last year.
Stranger Things was last year.
Yeah, it was really good too.
Yeah.
You start out in the Upside Down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm really anticipating A Quiet Place. Did you ever watch those movies?
I haven't, and I'm a huge John Krasinski fan, but I haven't watched those movies.
So do you know what the whole premise of those movies is?
Yeah, it's a place that's quiet.
pretty much. But
No, I know what it is. You make noise and the creature
aliens, yeah,
comes.
will come and get
Are
you
they
and
aliens?
stuff.
That's what it is.
It's aliens, yeah.
Okay.
So they'll come and get you, and I'm really, really, really anticipating.
Are they
this
blind?
one. They're supposed to be, and if you make any noise, they
They hear you and know where you are.
So I'm sure that if people scream or make noise, it's going to make it a lot worse.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool
Yeah.
that they do that. Do they do a parade and stuff? And
When they do the opening of the park, they've got a lot of the Scare Zone cast that come and open the park up.
so when you say scare zone, is there part of the parts of the park where there's no scaring?
Yeah. There's parts that are no scare zones, and the scare zones are all just like themed little attractions in the streets that exist.
Where they'll have characters or something come up and try to scare you.
You know, in the deal, one of them was basically I can't even describe it. It was. Do you know what a Dybbuk is?
No.
Okay, it's basically like a cursed box,
Okay.
and one was themed around demons that come out of like cursed boxes and things. It was pretty cool.
Like Pandora's box?
Yes, ish,
Yeah.
but it was like demons.
Okay. Well, I've seen on TikTok a lot that I think it's Knott's Berry Farm or something.
Yeah.
It's a theme park and they do a haunted thing or whatever. And there's this girl that dresses up as a clown. I think her name's Bobbins the Clown or something.
Yeah,
And she's pretty entertaining. Like her voice is really cool. What she does with it, like she's got like 3 different voices, but she's just does a lot of funny things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still scary, but it's funny.
yeah. You know, we went ahead and when we bought the tickets, we bought the Scream Early Pass so we can get to the park a little bit early, and then we got the Express Pass. That'll get you into the rides a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
The express lines can be pretty long too, but
At least you'll be braced for the scares.
absolutely. No, I won't.
You won't. Oh, that's
No,
right.
yeah,
You
'cause I
won't.
get my brace off next week.
Are you going over to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween?
My sister's doing that. She's doing that Thursday night. I'm sorry. No, she's doing that Friday night. We're going to the parks on Saturday on my birthday. So I had thought
to
about.
Universal, or you said you were going to one Disney, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do one Disney on Sunday. She wanted me to come early. I was going to come down Thursday evening and fly in, but I didn't feel like I needed to miss work, and I wasn't really sure, about working a game and all that kind of stuff, and if I had to do that or not. So I went ahead and just decided to fly out Friday night.
Well, I have enjoyed seeing all of the not evil monsters, but the bad guys of Disney, like their show. Like I saw Hades, and
Yeah.
so I think it's a bad guy from Phineas and Ferb. I don't know, and now I can't think of any of the bad guys. But I haven't seen. I think it's Coco. Is that the one that has like the guitar and them singing?
Yes.
Yeah. In this little montage I was watching, they showed that guy, the skeleton dude.
Yeah.
And he's like singing, and I thought, I didn't think that was a bad guy.
I don't know, but she's going to be doing that, and I wanted to go and do that, but won't be able to. We are eating at Ohana's.
Oh,
I'm excited about that.
what's Ohana's?
Ohana's is a family not a Mexican restaurant. It's a Hawaiian type restaurant, noodles and all that kind of stuff, and they bring it out family style.
Where is it located?
It is in the Polynesian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a Disney thing.
Yeah, it's a Disney thing.
Okay.
So
Is it like Moana and
kind of
Lilo
I think
and
so.
Stitch and
yes,
stuff?
Yes.
okay?
Now we are eating. We got reservations at Universal Studios.
So
at
when
that
you say-
Chocolate Emporium,
So when you say thank you, do they go, "You're welcome"?
it's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you eaten at
but
that
you're-
Chocolate Emporium at Universal?
I have. I've gotten one of their shakes.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was really good. And I got the one with the macaron on top, a
Yeah.
vanilla one. It was like a vanilla bean shake or something. It was good. It was rich,
Yeah.
but it was really good.
So
And-
we're actually eating dinner there and then getting some dessert.
Yeah, so I haven't had dinner there, but their shakes, they do that thing with they put a whole bunch of whipped cream around it and decorate it and all that. And it comes up out of the glass type thing.
Huh.
But it was really good. I enjoyed it. Are you going to go around to see the Berlin Wall?
We might. I think I saw that the last time though.
Yeah,
It's been there for a while.
Behind Hard Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it wasn't there before the 80s,
no doubt.
but it's been,
How long has it been there?
I don't know. At least since, well, I think the longest it could have been there is what, 88?
Yeah. Did they bring that over there after the wall was taken down?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it had been there that long. I thought that was a recent installment.
No, I think, well, I don't know. It might have been.
Yeah.
I've only seen like 2 pieces of the Berlin Wall, and it was there, and then at the George Bush Library down in College Station.
Yeah, I've seen that one too. That's
Yeah,
cool.
interesting piece of history there.
That's another moment I would have liked to have seen.
Like tearing it down?
Pre-Berlin Wall being torn down,
Yeah.
just to see.
Did you ever see that movie? And of course, I can't remember the name of it now, but I think it had. No, I was going to say it had Benedict Cumberbatch in it, but I don't think it did.
Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah.
from Tuesday Morning. Is that the same movie Pizza Parker was in?
Pizza Paca. No, it was. I don't remember what the movie was. It was like it had to do with Checkpoint Charlie and all of that.
No.
Maybe it was Tom Hanks. I feel like
You
that
know, it was
would be a
another
movie.
British word that was crazy to me.
What?
Schedule.
Schedule. Aluminium.
Microwave.
Yeah. Hey, how do you spell aluminum? Does it have an I after the N?
I don't know.
Look it up. We got to see. Actually, you know what?
Hey Siri, how do you spell aluminum?
That's what I was going to say.
Aluminum. A-L-U-M-I-N-U-M.
There's no I.
After the M. A-L-U-M-I-N-U-M.
No, I know, but not
Aluminium.
aluminium. Neum.
Yeah, there's no I after that.
There's no I after it, but the British say
No,
there's.
but actually the British spelling is A-L-U-M-I-N-I-U-M.
Well, why do they spell it differently?
Aluminium. I don't know. They're just...
I heard a thing one
I'm
time
not gonna
that said.
finish
Go ahead.
that statement.
I heard a thing one time that said that the way British sounded back before the Revolutionary War was how we sound today, and that we sounded like them, and then at some point it just kind of switched.
I have also heard growing up in Appalachia that if you take what we sound like and speed it up, it really does sound a lot more like British.
Like British? Huh.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a slowed down
Yeah.
version.
Obviously, we, you know, are. What?
You know.
Did I do Did I say it?
I'm saying it too, but I'm really trying to watch it.
I thought about keeping count earlier when you were telling a story, but then you didn't say it, so I was like, I guess we were over it.
I'm over.
We're
I'm trying
mindful
to
of
get
it.
over it. Yeah, I'm trying to be mindful of it. It's hard.
It is because I'm
terrible.
trying to start something right now, but the first thing coming to my mind is
That filler word.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I know that our, you know, country, as I said, you know,
Yes, I know.
our country's, you know, I can't stop it. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of relation between the South and
You wanna-
also
You say
the
it.
Ireland, Scotland area. Like if you listen to Irish music and you listen to mountain music or bluegrass
Bluegrass,
music, it's very similar. And
is.
obviously it makes sense because the relatives, I almost said it, the relatives and everything go back to that time. We're going to end the podcast right now because I can't make it through more.
It's like torture.
If this was a video, there'd be a ding, you know, like a number counter there, like that. One of my favorite episodes of like my. Can I talk? I'm gonna mute you. Like my favorite episode of South Park, where they said the bad word and they came up on the counter.
Yeah.
On the screen, and it got
Yeah.
up to like 180 or something in the 30-minute episode. That was funny.
If you had a swear jar, how full would it be?
Where is the swear jar? Like,
If you had one at home.
if I had one at home, like, how much money am I putting in it a day for each word? Sorry, each word, how much money am I putting in it?
$20.
Goodness.
Would you still be able to afford your house?
Am I doing things around the house? Am I working around the house, like the yard or cleaning the house or something, or cooking?
Yeah, because I mean, you know, you're living here.
I mean, on those days, I'm probably putting $400 in that jar. It's overflowing.
Yeah,
Of what I want to say some days that I can't. It's
I'm
so much
already
more.
in the thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of dollars.
There was I Oh, I don't know if I should tell the story.
If Mott Skipmetric was listening to this podcast and you would like to tell us how much you would contribute to your swear jar, email us at sabspodcast@gmail.com.
I can't wait till we have him on. I know he doesn't want to be a guest. Probably nobody wants to be a guest. But once they get here, I think they're like, this is a lot of fun. Like, I'm sure if
we might have to just buy him a plane ticket to come out here and visit us.
He needs to just come to East Texas. You're right.
Yeah.
So does Renard Bosenberg.
Renard Bosenberg.
Yeah,
it would be a good one.
Come up here. I did it again.
Oops, I did
I was going to
it
say,
again.
even though
I
he
played
probably,
with your heart.
that was one of our karaoke things, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a plug for that.
It was. By the way, we had our second release this week. It was.
How many more subscribers do we have listening to our songs?
We have 2 free subscribers.
Who are they?
Well, we talked about one last week, so we added one.
Who's the second one?
I think you know who it is.
Who is it?
You know who it is.
No, I don't.
They are a co-host of a podcast.
Is it Will?
It's not me, actually.
Yeah, I subscribed.
I saw.
When did you notice that?
I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was Wednesday when I checked because I uploaded the next one.
I was kind of anticipating you texting me or something when you saw it.
No, I was waiting until here. I will say I was at a play reading festival this afternoon, and one of the playwrights was there, and a guy in the audience had asked if she was the voice of this crime podcast. I cannot talk. Crime Junkies podcast. What's it called? Podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, podcast.
That she was on. She wasn't, but I almost spoke up and said, "We're." I hate you.
Where's this story going?
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm waiting.
You're extending. Oh my goodness. Okay. Are you done? Thank you. I was going to speak up and say, well, hey, if you like podcasts, you can listen to the Sunday afternoon Porch Sitting podcast. There's so many times I want to talk about our podcast, but I'm too shy to do it.
Why?
I don't know. Well, what about you?
I talk about it.
You've
outside.
only worn your shirt once. I've worn it at least 7 times.
No, I wear mine a lot.
No,
just not to work.
Well, I don't wear mine to work.
But I wear every time I fly at the airport.
Yeah.
I've got my Sab's podcast shirt on.
I do too. In fact, I wore it yesterday when I was downtown at Andy's in Truvine.
I'm going to wear mine on Friday.
You want to know something depressing? This past Friday was the last Friday night that I will have off until November 8th.
You want to know something more depressing?
Yeah. Soda?
I have all my Friday nights.
You probably don't have all your Thursdays, though.
True.
But I was also thinking like October is going to be really busy, too. I mean, it always is, but...
Well, I enjoy October because, I feel like that's a lot of time that...
I
enjoy working those marching contests together, man. I really do.
No, I do. I do also. They're a lot of fun.
If Michael have me back.
Yeah. I don't know. They hadn't asked you yet, so I wasn't supposed to say anything. My bad. No, they are a lot of fun. It's fun to interact with the kids and also to see just how focused they are, and then afterwards to see how excited they were about their performance, and also from an educator standpoint to be able to see other bands and what they do and get ideas, collaborate ideas kind of. And it's not like they did that, so I'm going to steal that type of idea, because some years it's like there's this, what do you call it when you're like spread out way far, but you have like the same idea? There's some kind of word for it, but like last year there was
juxtaposition.
Sure. That's not it at all, probably. But there was like 6 or 7 schools.
Existentialism. That
had like the same theme or thematic theme. That's the same word, sorry. To their show.
Cataplexy.
Sure. That's it. It's not.
Have you seen the girl that's got cataplexy that is on TikTok?
I don't know who that is.
Every time she laughs, she falls asleep.
No.
Yes.
Well, you would get a lot of sleep.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead and finish and I'll ask you that question.
Oh, that was basically it. Just that, how do they, sorry, I did it. How do they come up with basically the same ideas, but they're nowhere close? And it's not like they bought their show from, a cookie cutter thing or something.
Mm-hmm. My favorite core memory from marching contests was last year. From all the ones that we've done, favorite one was last year.
What?
That young man from that one school that held on to the autograph.
The autograph that we talked about.
Yeah, and I don't think we've talked about it on the podcast
We
at all.
have.
Have we?
Yeah, we talked about
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Was it the first episode?
It might have been. But that I messed with this kid just joking around and
Yeah.
basically like trying to get them to, have fun and loosen up and all that kind of stuff, because it gets really, really, really nerve-wracking when you're getting ready to perform, and especially when you're going into a performance, because, the way that it's set up in Texas is you go out onto the field for region, and it's not necessarily a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th place type of thing. But when you go
or
to
11th
area,
or 12th.
yeah, or when you go to area, it
13th or
becomes
14th
that.
too.
And then when you go to state, it does the same thing. And I just said too. But anyway, it was so cool because these students get so worked up, especially if it's like their first time performing in something like that. And you always want to just kind of joke around with them, not to get their mind off the performance, but to put their mind in the right place so they're not as nervous as they are or whatever. But anyway, that kid took my signature down. He's like, "Can I get your autograph?" And I was like, "Sure." And that was at area in Nacogdoches. And then he got all of our signatures when they showed up for state. That was the coolest experience.
Yeah, when he showed up to finals.
with a lock box and a lock on it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It's funny what those kids will do and remember. And also notice.
But they'll never forget it, man.
No, they won't. A word of advice to directors and educators out there that do competitions is that the kids feed off of your energy.
Yeah.
So if you are nervous and it's so difficult to not say or if you're somebody that gets nervous at the contest, the kids know that you're nervous and they're going to be nervous at the contest. They're not going to perform as well. So you need to be as relaxed and upbeat as possible.
Stoic is a good word.
You need to be able to control your stress and hide your
Absolutely.
stress from them, because the kids will feed off of it. Not only feel it, but feed off of it. And then they become anxious and stressed, and that's when they make their mistakes, or that's when they don't get their best performance.
Yeah.
So, I kind of feel like, like you said, we don't try to distract them or anything, but we do try to calm them and, make them relax a little bit
No doubt.
by telling them it's your birthday.
Well, and
whatever.
I'll tell you another thing that gets me sometimes too is seeing, even when the kids get manic about things,
Yeah.
you can imagine what the people they look to are like, because they're so focused on not doing the wrong thing that they can't hear when we're trying to tell them to do the right thing.
Yeah. Do you think people like Tom Brady was ever nervous?
Everybody gets nervous, and it's
but
all how you manage
like you watch him in the pre games or before they go out, or he just does not look like he looks focused and determined or whatever. But inside he is nervous, but he hides it well.
Yeah.
Or he did hide it well. He doesn't have to anymore.
Do you ever get nervous when we go to state marching contests and get ready to work the field?
Yeah.
I do. I get that anxiety when the first couple of groups start.
Do you know what
coming in.
really makes my anxiety shoot up?
What?
The weather. It's either going to be hot or it's going to be raining.
Yeah.
And it's in November.
Or it's going to be cold.
No, I don't mind the cold. I'd rather it be cold. That's fine.
I do like the cold.
But it's when it's hot, and also if there's even an inkling of threat of rain, or
Yeah.
it just I can't deal with that, because everybody's like, can we warm up side, or can we come down early? And it's like, I can't do anything about it. Just no. I'm sorry. I understand, but
no.
we have a plan. This is how it works. And there was that one year, the 3A finals, where it stormed and everybody was wanting to come down there. And if it had been prelims, I don't know what we would have done.
It would have been a nightmare.
Yeah. Some point we'll have to talk about that.
Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday, Brian. Do you know whose birthday is coming up at state marching contest this
Yours.
year? Mine.
Yeah. Are you excited?
It's always
about it?
been close to my birthday. It's never been on my birthday. I was excited about it until I realized what day my birthday is on and what's happening that day.
What's happening that day?
6A prelims. So, 43 bands?
What a way to celebrate.
45 bands, something like that.
What a way to celebrate.
My 40th birthday.
Wow. Can you believe that?
Do you think they'll do something?
Like, I'm 36. I'll
Yeah.
be 36.
I can't believe
And
I'm 40.
Okay, let's talk about this. You look at that, and you look at the average age that a man lives, okay? How does that make you feel, knowing that you're right at that halfway mark of your life?
That I outlived Mozart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Doesn't make me feel good.
It doesn't. No. When I hit 35,
It makes me. I start thinking, how every time I'm getting close to 40 and everything, I start thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, I don't have much time.
You know what's really sad? And I know this is going to sound terrible, but my grandfather had a lot of stomach issues.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up getting colon cancer. And he found out because he went to a family reunion and came home and had to use the bathroom, and there's just blood everywhere. Okay. And he lived probably about 2 years after that. And it was funny, well, not ha-ha funny, but it was just kind of ironic that the cancer didn't necessarily kill him. It was the infection from the second surgery that he had from the resection. And so I look at that, and he was like 51 years old. And when I started going through all that stuff a couple of years ago, I look at it and I'm like, wow, what if I really only have 15 years left?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of real.
Yeah, but I think
At
if
least
you...
I won't have 2 or 3 more back surgeries.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think if you start, thinking that way with it, then, you're not really enjoying life at that point. You're going to constantly worry about, the next
Can it
day,
help you to plan on what's important, what you do with your life?
It'll definitely help put things in order.
Yeah.
That's one thing that COVID kind of did for me, was like making me realize what is important in my life and to put those things first. So I think a lot of people realized that family was more important than work. And so that's when I stopped. I got rid of, or I deleted for a while, my work email from my phone.
Yeah.
And basically I was deciding that when I came home, I was not going to work. I was going to spend time.
I did delete my work email off my phone.
I mean, it's back on mine and I'll check it every once in a while, but I made it a point that I was going to try to rid my mind and leave everything at the school instead of bringing it home with me. And it's tough to do because, when you interact with kids and maybe one of them had a bad day and you had to get on to them and it just, did what I say get through to that kid? I worry about that kid, want them to be successful and all of that.
Yeah, no doubt. So I think on my end, I've really become more cognizant and thoughtful about following through with things like, God, there I go again.
It's tough.
The other day I went in and...
What's the title of this episode? I don't know.
What?
Or,
I went in on American's app, and you can go in and hold a plane ticket for 24 hours, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to go see my sister in Italy. So I held that ticket, and I just sat on it for 24 hours. And I'm like, am I going to go ahead and just do it or no? Do it or no? Do it or no? And finally, at about that 22-hour mark, I'm sitting in the recliner, and I'm like, life's kind of too short. So I'm just going to get a plane ticket, and I'm going to fly to Italy and go see my sister and do the things and see how the Italians do it, I'm really excited about that trip, though. But normally in the past, I wouldn't have done something like that.
Don't get excited about the pizza.
I'll try not to.
He went over there and did reviews, and the scores weren't all that great.
They weren't great at all.
Well, he doesn't like Neapolitan style, so,
So let's transition and talk about something.
Can I add something real
Absolutely.
quick to that? I also kind of decided that, yes, I want to save for retirement and everything, but I don't want to wait until I'm that age to start experiencing the world and different places. So that's one thing when, basically once COVID was cleared out of the way, we booked our trip to Boston, and then Chicago this year and all of that.
Well, and here's the thing. You can save all you want to for retirement, but how are you going to guarantee that you're going to make it there?
Yeah, because you may not.
And here's the other thing. As a man...
I mean, don't go broke.
No, you don't have to go broke. You can not waste your milk money and still enjoy life and stuff like that. I've got, some savings that I've worked towards, and I've made some investments, but at the same time, too, I'm not going to funnel all that money and just, let it sit there forever and ever and ever. But...
Well, speaking of money... I came across this story that I was going to share with you, and it has to do with somebody. What do you call it? It's not embezzling. What is it when you take money from the company? Is it embezzlement?
Yeah, it's embezzlement.
Okay, well, this school employee gets 9 years in prison for stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings from the district.
How do you do that?
It was a former employee that worked in the cafeteria, and apparently ordered too much or something, but instead of sending it back, she just decided to keep it, and I guess sold it But $1.5 million of chicken wings?
That's crazy.
How many chicken wings is that?
$1.5 million worth.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Speaking of school lunches,
how do
though,
you have that and it doesn't go bad?
I don't know. Freezers?
That's one huge freezer, though.
Maybe that's what's attributing to the school lunch worker shortage.
Maybe so.
Did you hear about that news story?
I didn't.
A suburban school district had to shut school down because of a lunchroom worker shortage. They couldn't feed the kids, so they had to shut classes for the day, shut the school down.
Oh my god! And some of those kids, that's probably where
The
they
food
get
that
their
they, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's awful.
I wonder if it's the same school. Maybe it was all the chicken wings that were taken.
Sorry, kids. We lost $1.5 million worth
If
of
they
chicken
ordered
wings.
$1.5 million worth of chicken wings, how much ranch do you think they had to order?
Don't know. Don't you know those kids were like, we had chicken wings in the cafeteria since when? I lost my.
What is
I just
this?
unplugged my headphones. I can't hear anything. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can hear something.
I can hear you.
Just not through your headphones.
Yep, I could. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was only like $750,000 worth of chicken and $750,000 worth of ranch dressing,
That's wild.
or maybe $749,000 of ranch dressing and $1,000 of blue cheese dressing. Just who in
Do
there?
you like blue cheese?
Okay, well,
I hate blue cheese.
I don't like the dressing because, and this is why, and it's stupid. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's ranch or blue cheese because it looks very similar. I can tell the difference, but sometimes it's difficult for some people. I get that.
I know this is going to sound stupid, but I'm always scared I'm going to get some sort of food poisoning or a virus from eating blue cheese because of the mold.
The crumble blue cheese, if it's on a burger or something like that, or a steak, I love it. It's really good. I just can't stand the smell of it, even though it tastes good. Like it smells like feet. But it's supposed to be like some kind of mold, like it's a good bacteria or something. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
Nobody knows how the sausage gets made
No.
or the blue cheese
Or the penicillin.
or the penicillin.
Because I think penicillin came from mold on fruit, like oranges.
Yeah, on oranges.
That's wild.
There was I did it again. I've been noticing when I go grocery shopping, there is a new brand of milk that they are offering. And it's like a Texas-based milk. It has Gotexan on it. It's Volman, I think is the name of it. Have you seen it?
Volmans, yes.
And it's in a glass bottle.
Yes.
And on there it says you can return it for a deposit or whatever. You can return the bottle and you'll get $2 back for each glass bottle you bring. And I just thought that was kind of cool.
That's neat.
Because I was looking at the price. I was like, man, it's $5 for a half gallon. That's kind of high. But then when you take off the $2, it's a bottle deposit that they do. But
That's
I don't
fine.
know. I think it tastes better than the other milk that they have.
I haven't tried it yet. I've seen it, but
I've got a bottle.
Do you?
Yeah. You want me to pour you a glass of milk?
No.
Okay.
I'd have to have coffee.
I somehow think it's different in your milk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait.
I put milk in
milk
coffee.
in your coffee?
Yeah.
You don't put creamer?
No.
Oh, I gotta have creamer.
I use whole milk. So let's backtrack back to, the Italy trip. We have a common thing that we like, a hobby that we like. What is that?
Pizza?
That, but
Video games?
no.
Hobby? I don't know. Bowling?
Flying.
Oh, flying. Sorry.
You're a little more adept and, well-versed in it,
In flying?
like on Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh, flying a simulator.
We
Yeah.
both enjoy it, and
Yeah.
flying different planes and stuff. So
I will say I do get mad when I'm flying an A319 and it goes overspeed.
pull up,
No, it doesn't do that.
pull
but
up,
I'm like, come on. Like I'm trying to get there in a hurry. It's a simulator. Get over it.
pull up,
Oh, here you go.
pull up.
Hit the reset button. Terrain.
Terrain. Whoop whoop. What airplanes have you flown on?
Like in person or on the simulator?
in person.
Oh man, I don't know everyone. I know I've flown on a MD-80, which I wish I hadn't.
I've been on that one. What airline?
Seeing some, it was American.
Okay.
Seeing some horror stories about that plane. Which I'm glad I didn't know that beforehand. I flown on 737, 700, 800, and 900. Flown on the 319. I've flown on, I think it's a CRJ 700 or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small plane, probably only sat 45 people, maybe a little more. I don't know. It was from Dallas to Houston. It was small. And I think that's about it.
I have small planes. I've been on the CRJ 700. I've been on the 900. My favorite smaller plane is the Embraer, the 175. I've been on a 170.
That may have been it too.
I've been.
Can you go on and see what flights you've done in the past?
I don't know.
I know you can, like, if you buy a baseball ticket
Yeah.
on the MLB app, it keeps track of all the ball games you've been to.
I'm sure there's a history there, but I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up while you talk.
But I've been on the Embraer 145 too. I don't like the 145 because they're very small. One of the first smaller planes I flew on was the Saab. Have you ever been on one of the Saabs?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It's a turboprop, and it was
Like the car?
Yeah, they used them back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Continental flew them, so did American Eagle, the Continental Express. I've been on the A319. I've been on the 737. I've been on the MD-80. I've been on a 777.
I've got my flight from Chicago, but I don't see anything. I don't see the Boston trip from last year. But even this doesn't tell me the plane.
I think I've been on a 319 before, but I am for sure going on one in October. I'm going to Bentonville, Arkansas to go see one of my former students. She's a twirler at Arkansas.
Oh, Bentonville? You mean Fayetteville?
Well, the airport's in Bentonville. It's north of Fayetteville.
Oh, okay.
So you got to drive down to.
Are you going to go by the Five and Dime store?
I might do it.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty neat. So
can't
I am.
find it.
What airlines have you flown on? Let's do that one.
We've already talked about this.
Not on the podcast.
Yeah, we have. American,
Okay.
United,
Okay.
Southwest,
Okay.
and no, that's it.
I've been on American. I've been on Continental. Been on Delta. Been on Southwest. You know what one of my favorites used to be?
What?
Southwest bottom out. AirTran. That was a pretty cool airline.
Yeah.
I've been on Northwest. And you know, this might be an unpopular opinion, but dude, I really liked Northwest when they existed. That was a fun airline. I've been on US Air. I was on. I had never been on United until United and Continental combined.
I hadn't either. I think that
Oh, and I've been on WestJet.
when we went to Ireland, we flew United, and I really liked it because they had the screens on the seats and everything.
Was that a 777?
I don't remember. It may have been. I was naming planes and I didn't say this. 757 I have been on.
Mm-hmm. I've been on that one.
Maybe a 777. I think I've been on a 787 too. I don't know. I can't remember all the planes. Like when I was in college, when we went to Germany and Austria, I don't remember the planes we flew on. Like we went Dallas, Chicago, was it? Or Newark? No, it was Dallas, Chicago to Frankfurt.
Uh-huh.
And it was with American, but I don't remember what it was. But I've not had a terrible experience with United, like in the air and everything. You know, you see some of those horror stories and everything. I've also, knock on wood, never been on a plane with somebody having a complete meltdown, you know, that gets pulled off the plane.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that happen?
No, the only weird thing that I had, it was when you and I were on that flight and we had to pull away from the gate at Dallas for Southwest and then go back up to the gate for some reason. I think somebody had to get off. You remember that? They did the pushback.
No.
And then they pulled us back up to the gate, opened the door and did something, closed the door, and they're like, oh, we've got to do the safety video or demonstration again because we opened the door to the plane.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was the flight going to Chicago.
I don't remember that at all. I feel like I would.
That happened. I'm pretty sure it was the one you and I were on.
I don't think it was. Maybe it was. I don't know. I feel like I would remember that.
If not, then that was one I was on. But it was at Dallas, at Love Field.
Wow.
That was a pretty crazy experience. I don't think I've really had
That
any
would have
other
been my
ones.
very first Southwest experience, and I'm pretty sure
Sure
that
you
I would be
remember that.
giving you a hard time and like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I had a pretty good time except for that one passenger.
The dude, oh my God.
Yeah.
Driving me nuts.
I hope she dies in a plane crash.
Yeah. The craziest plane experience I had, I was flying back from Tennessee, and they had just, let me back up. Yeah. They had just opened up. I think they'd just opened up the new terminal at Poundsfield and Tyler. Maybe not, because Continental was still flying. I had to fly Continental from Houston because my flight coming back from Tennessee, there was a mechanical issue with the plane. And I think I ended up in Charlotte or something like that. And they flew me instead of going from Charlotte to Dallas and Dallas to Tyler, which was an American flight, Continental flew flights to Tyler, but it was from Houston. And so I had to fly.
Which I wish they still did.
That would be pretty cool.
Because do you know how many direct flights for United are out of Houston?
A ton. That's one of their hubs.
Yeah.
And so.
There's not that many in Dallas.
No. And so I flew from like Charlotte to Houston and then took a Continental, the Continental flight from Houston to Tri-City, or Tyler, Pounds Field. And it was raining, and I'll never forget.
Power off.
Apologies for this interruption, but we have some breaking news.
Well, we lost power.
Man, that's going to be a weird edit.
I don't even know where I stopped, but
I don't remember what we were talking
Anyway.
about. To our listeners, we all of a sudden the power went out, and we don't know why. It says here we've got like 2 more hours till the power's back on.
Yeah.
So we found some batteries, and we're doing this on the porch by candlelight.
yeah,
The
or
rest of
road
this.
flare light.
Yeah.
A candlelight or road flare light.
Red flare light. Red fire.
flare light.
Road
so
flare
Will,
light.
has at the cabinet on the back porch all these road flares, and my big question was like, Will, if these are for your car, why aren't they in your car?
That's a very good question.
These are
Because I feel like if I put them in my car, it's going to expect to be used.
I feel like if you put them in your car,
Yeah.
or if you didn't put them in your car, you would have a flat tire or something. You're like, man,
I would have to put them to use if they
I
were in my
really
car,
wish
probably, because it
I
would.
had some help because part of me, I deal with broken car issues all the time, especially like
Yeah.
my windshield wiper fluid. It just does not squirt.
Well, mine doesn't either. And I one of these days, I'm going to get it fixed. I just don't
Yeah.
know when that's going to be. You would be proud of me. Last Sunday, after we recorded our episode and posted it and all that, I mowed my yard, washed my car, vacuumed it out like completely. I cleaned it out completely,
Yeah.
wiped it down, all that stuff, got a haircut, did not have a anxiety attack this time. Don't know what I did different, but I did not have one.
Hey.
And then I went grocery shopping. I got a lot of stuff
cool.
done.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you pretend like you're dialing the number to the electric company?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just thank you for calling Reliant Energy. This call is being recorded for quality assurance purposes. Please hold for the next available representative.
No, hold on. I dialed the wrong number. I got to hang up. Hanging up. I don't have Reliant. I have Encore. I'm supposed to call them. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop.
Thank you for calling Encore Electric. This call is being recorded or monitored for quality assurance purposes. Please hold for the
Can't
next
stand
available
these
representative.
things. Oh my goodness.
Oh snap.
What is... I wish they would just fix my power now. It sounds like it's about to end, though. Thank goodness.
Please continue holding for the next available
Oh my goodness.
quality
Just
assurance
turn my power
team
back
member.
on. How hard is this? There's no power lines in my neighborhood. How could any of it be knocked down? I don't understand.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still
Well,
here.
our team
Can
members are experiencing a higher call volume than usual. Please
I would
continue
like
holding.
to speak to a person. Operator. Give me somebody to talk to. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should have invested in candles. I don't need the power. Do you know what I hate most about a power outage?
What?
It's not about not having power. It's that I cannot use my TV. I cannot use the Wi-Fi. And it's like I need
Yeah.
I need that to be entertained, apparently. Are you not entertained?
Do you, I feel like that I have enough internet. If the phone lines ever went down and I did not have internet service, that would be a problem.
Yeah,
Because I can go out to my car to charge my phone.
true. But I kind of like want to use my iPad and it doesn't have Wi-Fi. I mean, it's only Wi-Fi. It doesn't have the other stuff. I guess I could set up a hotspot. Do you know this? Do you do you have to pay to use a hotspot if you have unlimited data? I don't get this reference.
You've never heard that hold song?
No.
That's a banger.
What is that?
It's old music.
From what?
All companies that ever existed.
Oh.
I don't know.
Anyway, so if I want to use my hotspot, is it part of my unlimited data or does it charge?
For me, it's part of my unlimited data. But you only have, the way mine works, you only have so much high-speed data. And I'm just throwing out a number. You've got 10 gigs of high-speed data. So once you hit that 10 gigs, it's going to slow it down.
Okay, so it doesn't continue charging you for it? So,
No.
Okay. That doesn't sound like any helpline I've ever
Oh, I've heard it before.
been a part of.
What about this one?
Hey, did you know that before Sade had a music career, she used to answer?
No. I don't know. Now you're just watching TikTok on the podcast.
We need to do an episode about famous hold music.
Famous hold music.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could like sing one off the top of my head other than that music. I think it's Daybreak. I think we talked about this before. Be-dun. Da-dee-da-da-dee-dun.
Para Espanol Marque Dos.
Da-da-da-bum, bum,
I forgot to put that part in.
Be-dun.
Did you hear me?
No. For English, press 1.
For English, press 1.
Para Español.
Para
Dos.
Espanol Marque Dos.
That's pretty good. I think. I don't know if it's right. I have a Rosetta Stone membership.
Do you?
And I've used 2 days of it.
What language would you learn if you wanted to learn a language?
Like what do I need to learn or what do I
Yeah.
want to learn?
Like, no, I already know Spanish pretty well.
I would like to become fluent in German.
German is mine.
Yeah. I did Duolingo because it's a free thing.
Yeah.
I did German lessons on it for a few days. And, I thought I was doing pretty good with it. But then I felt like, okay, we're learning the same words. It's, I don't know, same lesson.
So I'm interested to see when I go to Italy how this is all going to work out because, I've been told from my sister and from her husband, he's Italian.
Yeah.
I've got to fly into the Nice airport and it's the Côte d'Azur or whatever airport. And apparently there's a lot of tension between the French and the Italian. Like the Italian hate the French and the French hate the Italian.
I'm pretty sure everybody hates the French. And they
well,
hate 'em
Megan
back.
says they're very smug. So I'm interested to see how that's
What, the
gonna
people
go.
of France?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm just
Parlez? No.
right? What did you say?
Parlez?
Yeah.
Parlez? Parlez de mon ton.
Yeah, I don't know any.
Ton 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 ton.
Don't
I'm
know
gonna start
any
doing that in the
French.
airport. Ton 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 ton. See how far I get.
What does that phrase even mean? I don't remember.
There's so many different words.
Dun, 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 dun. I was going to ask you, when you're gone to Florida, should we do a remote broadcast
I'm
again?
down. I'm down.
Do you want it to be while you're at the...
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool doing it in the Lion at Halloween Horror Night. Like while we're in the queue, as the
And
British
do you want
would say.
people to know, put me on speakerphone and say, hey...
I will absolutely interview people around me.
You
in that
will
line.
not, because you'll be
Dude,
just
I
like
will
me.
do the heck out of that. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I'll have to come up with
Dude, I made friends. So while I was in line getting ready to,
if our listeners would like to email us what we should get Ryan to ask people that he's standing in line
email us
around.
at sapspodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Do you know I made some really cool friends while I was standing in line at that Scream Early event because I got in line to go see the Last of Us haunted house, and I met 2 really cool people, both from Texas of all places, that were working in the Magic Kingdom at Disney, and they were big spooky season lovers, and they liked doing the Halloween Horror Night stuff, and we really hit it off. We went to a couple of different haunted houses together, and then about halfway through the night we broke off.
Do you remember that time we were down in San Antonio around Halloween and you wanted to go to a haunted house?
Every year, yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, I can't believe we hadn't talked about
The
this.
13th floor.
Did you see what's coming through East Texas?
No. Oh, is that train coming back through again?
Yeah, Big,
Big
Boy.
Boy? When?
Big Boy's coming
When?
through back East Texas in September.
Is it?
Yeah,
Let's go see it.
I think it's September.
Let's go see it.
Should we see it in action this time?
No, I saw it twice the last time it came through.
Well, we saw it
I
in
saw
San
it in
Antonio,
San
and then we went
Antonio.
over and played around on it.
And then I followed it out of Troop
Yeah.
going to Longview.
Yeah, so I guess you'll be. Maybe we might have a guest on the porch next week when I call you.
Who is it?
I don't know yet. I haven't asked, but we might. Next Saturday is also, I don't remember the official name of it, but it's like National Singing on the Porch Day. Like playing music on the porch.
Well, and we need to do our Fifth Sunday singing.
Yeah, we do. It's not a fifth Sunday though, is it?
Porch sitting. Fifth Sunday porch sitting.
Is it fifth Sunday this Sunday?
No,
Okay.
because I'm
It's
not going
coming
to be
up.
here.
It's coming up soon, but I'll be participating in the porch singing.
Yeah, well, good deal.
I do that every year. Get out
Well,
my
I guess
guitar and sing.
you know, this is it, and you know, we're going to not be on the same porch together next week.
No, we're not. You'll just be an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Well, I hope that you don't get too scared. I know how you get.
I'm
around
not
those
going
things.
to. Is it getting to be that time, Will?
It's getting Ryan. It's getting to be that time.
It is. Guess what?
Sun's getting low.
I've got it memorized this time. As the
Is that
sun
because
sets
the
on another
wait.
Sunday
Is
afternoon
it
porch
because the
sitting, we
power is
appreciate
out?
you and sharing this laid back journey with us.
Until next time, stay relaxed and enjoy the simple moments. Why is it dark in here? I can't find the stop button.